Alright. Today, we're going to be doing the Gridania starting experience up to the first duty. I believe that's in the Central Shroud. So, this is going to be the second of 3 times we'll have to bear with the lock and queue. And, it's a little bit more than I expected. Shouldn't take too long. For the meantime, I'm going to be continuing to do this in English. This character will be transitioning to French voiceover, English subtitles, the moment the starting quests merge with the main story quest line. I think it's what, around level 15? It's a level 15 quest, but I think it's about level 16 or so. Anyway, Cynthia is going to be a healer. Starting as a conjurer, will be a white mage, and then she will be picking up astrologian and scholar and sage along the way.
Here. Feel.
Well, look who it is.
Hear, feel, think.
Now, knowing what we know in Endwalker, I have a strong suspicion that this Ascian here would still more or less act the same towards the player character if he knew everything that was going on. Oi! You alright, lass? You were moaning in your sleep and sweat buckets besides. That'll be the ether, I reckon. Some are more prone to the sickness than others. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. I'd completely forgotten there were Moogles in here. Feeling better, Kupo? Aha, you can see us. I had a feeling you could, Kupo. We're Moogles and we live in this wood. Normal folks can't see or hear us, which makes you special, Kupo. Alphino's awake, and he's not talking. Seeing how you're special, maybe you can tell us something. The wood's been restless of late. Lots of strange things happening. Have you had a chance to witness anything suspicious, Kubo? Yes, Alphino's not talking. That's very suspicious. Lightweight. Well, of course you haven't. You've only just arrived. Well, there's nothing for it then. Which is I keep looking. Nice to meet you, Kupo. Gridania is still a way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you're awake, how about keep me company till we get there? Those young'uns don't care much for conversation, see? Fremont's the name, and Pedden's me trade. As for your good self, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you're one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory, now that's what I call living. So long as you're going to avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, especially these days. What was it that first attracted you to it? To win glory. Glory, eh? Well, if you're willing to take on them tasks that other folk ain't, an adventurer such as yourself can win fame in what coin can't buy. When you arrive in town, you'll want to report to the Adventurers Guild. You can find everything you need to know about the adventuring business in there. Just remember, though, there are more important things than fortune or glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. I'll go no further. What's this then? Ah! What's going on? A skirmish has broken up ahead with the XL. For your own safety, you must remain here until... Bloody hells. We shall try to hold him here. Try to break clear. That was too bleeding close. Nice of the XL to send us a welcoming party, though, eh? Joking aside, this won't be the last time you'll meet those feathered fiends, so just you take care, alright? By the by, is this your first trip to Gridania? No. Thought not. But I'll wager there have been some changes since your last visit. A lot of journey into it to teach you a few things, new things about your new destination. The city of Gridania lies slap bang in the middle of the Black Shroud, the biggest luscious forest in all of Aerzea. Though it ain't near as lush as it used to be saying that, not since the calamity laid it half to waste. The destruction prompted a new herd of nasties to move in and give the XL unneeded encouragement. Birdman raids have become a daily occurrence. At long last. Behold Gridania, the forest nation blessed by the elementals.
The Black Shroud, the ancient forest, close to the heart of Eorzea. Beneath the boughs of its towering trees lies the woodland city-state of Gridania. Once a sanctuary from the world beyond the hedge, even the mighty elementals, eternal guardians of the forest, could not forestall the coming of the seventh umbral era. However, the goddess Nofika was never one to forsake her children, and today she welcomes another brave soul. One who may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm.
And here we part ways, lass. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, then it's back to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this. By way of thanks for keeping me company. Hey, I never did get your name. Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
May the matron take her to her bosom, that she may never want. And in her heart, sow serenity, purity, and sanctity.
So, those Mughals asking if we saw anything suspicious. Well, there was something suspicious going on for sure, right there in that carriage. Those twins were awfully quiet. You there! Yes, you! Your face is not known to me. Newly come to the city, no doubt. I am Bertrand. No, wait. I am Bertrand, a woodwill of Gridania. It is my duty to protect our nation from her enemies while welcoming those who may yet prove her friends. Let's see what you are. Where did the request go? Another green adventure, I presume? I thought as much. We cannot allow strangers to wander Gridania unchecked and untested. Before you rush off and begin pestering every second citizen for work, I suggest you make yourself known at the Carline Canopy. That's the headquarters for the local Adventurers Guild, in case you were wondering. Carline Canopy is the building you see behind me. Speak to Mother Mion within, and she will take you in hand. Here. So that. There we go. And there. Oh. And further changes can be done down the road. I think I gotta do this one more time, too. For Lumsa Lemensa. Well, well, what have we here? A wide-eyed and wondering young adventurer, come to put your name down at the guild, I assume. Welcome. Mion's my name, or Mother Mion as most call me, and the Carline Canopy is my place. As the head of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania, I have the honor of providing guidance to the fledgling heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambitions, the guild is here to help you attain them. In return, we expect you to fulfill your duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Gridania. Fine deal, wouldn't you agree? To an outsider's eyes, all may seem well within our nation, but naught could be further from the truth. People live in a state of constant apprehension. The Ixo and various gangs of common bandits provide an unending supply of trouble. Trouble compounded by the ever-present threat of the Garlean Empire to the north. And that is to say nothing of the calamity. Even now the wounds have barely begun to heal. Ah, but I speak of it as if you were there. Forgive me. 5 years past, Eorzea was well nigh laid to waste by when a dread worm emerged from within the lesser moon, Dalamud, and rained fire upon the realm. It is which people call the calamity. Scarcely a square mile of the 12th was spared from the devastation. Yet, despite the forest's extensive wounds, not a soul among us can recall precisely how it happened. I'm well aware how improbable I must sound to an outsider. It is improbable, but it's also true. For reasons we can ill explain, the facts surrounding the calamity are shrouded in mystery. There are as many versions of events as there are people willing to recount them. Yet amidst the hazy recollections and conflicting accounts, all agree on one thing, that Eorzea was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Whatever else we've misremembered, none of us have forgotten what the heroes who risked life and limb for the sake of the realm. And yet, whenever we try to say their names, the words die upon our lips. And whenever we try to call their faces to mind, we see naught but the silhouettes amidst the blinding glare. Thus these adventurers have come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Pray do not feel daunted by the deeds of legends. We do not ask that you become another Warrior of Light, only that you do what you can to assist the people of Gridania. Good or small, every contribution counts. I trust you will play your part. All that's left then is to conclude the business of the registration. Here's a quill, scrawl your name right there. Oh, and I would appreciate if you use your real name. There's a special place in the 7th Hell for those who use amusing aliases. Cynthia Wall. And you're quite sure that isn't an amusing alias? Very sure. Very well. From this moment forward, you are a registered adventurer of Gridania, a nation blessed of the elementals and the bounty of the 12th Wood. The guild expects great things from you. Look what just arrived. Another goddamn adventurer. Don't you start with that. Adventurers are the very salt Gridania needs. The Elder Caesar herself bade us welcome them with open arms. Do you mean to disregard her will? Of course not, lest you forget it is my sworn duty to uphold the peace. Might you blame if the outsiders bring mistrust upon themselves? You, adventurer, mind that you do not cause any trouble here, or I shall personally cast you out of this realm into the 7th Hell. Pay that outburst no mind. He only meant to console you. No, wait. Counsel you. Counsel you. Suspicious characters have been prowling the 12th Wood of late, you see, and woodwellers feel they cannot afford to take any chances. As is often the way with folk who live in isolation, Gridanians are wont to mistrust things they do not know well know, your good self included. Fear not, however, given the catalogue of extraordinary deeds and no more than a handful of years, locals will surely warm to you. On behalf of my fellow citizens, I welcome you to Gridania. May you come to consider our nation as your own in time. Now then, you may depend on old Mother Mion to teach you a few things that every adventurer should know. Let us begin at the beginning, shall we? Now that you are a formal member of the Adventurers Guild, you must be sure to have a firm grasp of the fundamentals of adventuring. To that end, I have 3 tasks I wish you to perform. First task is to visit the Aetheryte. This massive crystal stands in the middle of the Aetheryte Plaza, not far from the Cloud9 Canopy. As a device that enables instantaneous transportation, the Aetheryte plays a key role in the life of the ever-wandering adventurer. Once you have located the crystal, all you need to do is touch its surface. Remember, the Wood Whalers will be present to offer further instruction. For your second task, you are to visit the Conjurers Guild. There's no better place to learn the arts of conjuring. Speak with Madelle, and she will explain the benefits of joining the guild. For your third and final task, I would have you visit the markets at the heart of old Gridania's commercial district. There you shall find weapons, armor, and all the various items that adventurer might need on her travels. There is, however, more than the markets than buying and selling goods. Speak with Marsamolde, and listen well to his counsel. For a master merchant can be uncooperative at times, so be sure to offer him one of my famous eel pies. Like so many men, he is much more charitable when his stomach is full. Here, I made a batch not long ago. You have your task, Scientia. May Nofika guide your path. And one more thing, should you happen to cross any citizens in need, don't be afraid to proffer a helping hand. I am certain they will be pleased to meet an adventurer whom they can confide their woes. Granted, the work they offer is unlikely to be of realm-shattering importance, but prove your worth and build a reputation in time, folk will be more inclined to trust you with matters of moment. I also suggest lending ear to the smith here in the canopy. The smiths are a trusted representative of the Adventurers Guild, and are an invaluable source of advice for neophyte heroes seeking to attain greatness. You know, this particular theme shares a lot in common with the Hobbit themes in Lord of the Rings. Greetings, adventurer. I see you're faithfully following Mother Mion's instructions. Whoops, wrong voice. Allow me to offer a bit of instruction myself. I am Nisia of the Wood Whalers, and I know a thing or two about Aetheryte. Yes, that big crystal right there. Aetherites are devices that tap into etherical energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the Aetherites and the connections to the flow of ether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune herself to each one. Truly few things in this world are so useful as an intrepid explorer. We need not locate them all at once. Before rushing out into the wilds, I suggest you start with the aetherites found here in Gridania. Should you wish to learn more about the aetherite or transportation magic, I am here to answer your questions. By what right does a fledgling adventurer presume to address Pax Montre, master of the markets? You think he's strolling here bold as he please and demand my hard-earned knowledge? Ha! A merchant does not for naught, especially when dealing with would-be heroes. If on the other hand you had some tasty morsel to carry in my favor, then I might consider your request. Come now. This whole encounter reeks of Mewin's handiwork, and more specifically her baking. Don't look surprised, lass. I smell that eel pie of yours mom away. Hand it over. There we go. That flaky crust, just divine. Very well, I'm a man of my word. Pay close attention, for I shall explain this only once. An aspiring adventurer need look no further than the rosewood and ebony stalls. Both are but a short stroll from where we stand. If you do mean to do battle, you best be prepared with a quality set of weapons and armor. Such goods are the province of the rosewood stalls directly south of here. You will be pleased to learn that the merchants of Gridania are exceedingly particular when it comes to craftsmanship, so you needn't fear defective straps and the like. If there is potions and paraphernalia you seek, head north to the ebony stalls. The shelves there are lavishly stocked by widely traveled Udan merchants, and I might truly say that I have seen things amongst the myriad wares I have scarcely knew existed. Do you follow me thus far? The first step in any purchase is to select the stalls that meet your needs. Then you may concern yourself with price and profit. There is little more I can teach you with mere words. Go, peruse the stalls and see for yourself what the wares they offer. There is no substitute for first-hand experience after all, and I am wary of talking. Unless you have another eel pie. You seek the secrets of conjuring, adventurer? Then search no longer, for you have found your way to the Conjurer's Guild. It is at Mioin's request that you have come? Then allow me to provide you with an overview of what it is to be a conjurer. Conjuring is the art of healing and purification. Its practitioners harness the power of nature, and that may bring about the change in the form of spells. Primitive magic, such as once wrought by individuals known as mages, meaning those with the ability to manipulate ether, has existed since the dawn of time. It was not until some 5 centuries ago that conjuring emerged from this shapeless agglomeration of spells and charms, an event which led to the founding of Gridania. Those dark days, the elementals would not suffer men's presence in Rosewood, forcing our forebears to make their homes beneath the earth, and the great subterranean city of Galmora. But the desire to settle in the Twelves would continue to burn fiercely, time and time again to sought to curry the elementals' favor. Like men and other creatures bound in the temples of flesh, the elementals are beings of pure evil. Recognizing this, the mages have held reason that their talent for etheric manipulation might allow them to commune with those theretofore enigmatic entities. It took the 5 long decades, but our forebears finally succeeded. The reward? The elemental's permission to dwell in the Twelves Wood. So it was that the great nation of Gridania was born. Since that time, the elementals have taught us to live as one with nature, speaking to all Gridanians through the hearers, those mages who are able to commune with them. For the intimacy of the elementals, the hearers would go on to attain greater mastery of the forces of nature. Thus did they conceive the art of conjuring. I hope this helped you gain a greater understanding of the Conjurer's Guild. Should you wish to delve further into the mysteries of the Conjurer, then I urge you to consider joining our ranks. I can begin your initiation whenever you desire. Call upon me when you're ready to take the first step. Is your mind made up? Are you ready to join the Conjurer's Guild? That is well. I shall introduce you to a guildmaster, Brother E. Sumiyan. Brother E. Sumiyan presides over the Conjurer's Guild even as he serves the nation as a hero. You will find him at the meditation area within. Go to him and make known your desire to join the guild. Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to become a conjurer of Stillglade fame. I am Brother E. Sumiyan, master of this guild. Before you ever formally accept into our ranks, I would impart you the principles of conjuring. Pray attend me well. Conjuring is an arcane art that takes life from the living forest domain. Its primary purpose is solving the hurts and granting of protection. Adventurers such as yourself often stand upon the front lines of battle. Owing to this, you are like to find yourself in many situations where a capacity for healing would be advantageous. Mind you, there is more to conjuring than that. By harnessing the power of the earth, wind, and water, conjurers are also capable of weaving spells that wreak havoc. In terms of sheer destructive power, conjuring may pale in comparison to the thaumaturgy, but its capacity to defend one against aggression more than compensates for its relative shortcoming. In mastering healing and purification, not only will you be able to mend wounds and purge afflictions, you will also be able to breathe life back into the fallen. More than simple healers, yet not true dealers of destruction, conjurers realize their full potential when they employ their powers in support of others. This, my dear adventurer, is what it means to be one of us. Mayhap that was too much to grasp within a single hearing. But worry not, for the meaning of my words will become clear to you in due time. You will become to understand that conjuring is not the sole province of the conjurer. Should you wish to walk a path, I must needs that you ask solemnly vow to embrace nature, to heed the will of the elementals and the 12s would alike. Can you make this vow? Of course. I knew your answer ere your lips had parted. Yet I am no less pleased to hear it. By power vested in me, I hereby name you a member of the Conjurer's Guild. And so to work. Listen well, for I would assign you your first task as a conjurer of Stillglade fled. Just beyond the city gates, you will encounter squirrels, ladybugs, and fungars. I would have you slay 3 of each. Lest you wonder how I could so coolly order the taking of life, know that things are not as they once were. As a consequence of the calamity, and I may add, no fault of their own, These creatures have become a burden to the Trollswood. Burden you cannot well bear. As a conjurer, it is your duty to carry out the will of the forest. And by employing your powers in so doing, you will come to learn something of your art. Go now, Cynthia, and perform your first task in the name of the elementals. The conquering hero returns. You have completed my little tasks, I trust. The 3 locations you visited will feature prominently in your life as an adventurer. It is best you grow familiar with them as soon as possible. And you took the time to listen to the words woes of the citizenry? I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to lend your talents to one and all, no matter how trivial the matter may seem. I am thankful that you are an obliging sort, Cynthia. It is adventurers like you who will win the hearts of the locals and pave the way for those who follow. Whoops. Right click probably shouldn't work in that case. Alright, I love how basically one of the first quests you do is a kill quest. Tapped. I gotta pause this for a second. Alright. Little work matter needed to take care of there. Oh, might as well go grind out the next level. Arrow. Dot. Excellent. So it has initial hit 50 and then does 30 over 30 seconds. That's not bad. Okay. Cynthia, have you visited the Bannock on your wanderings? It is a training ground just outside the city where soldiers of the Order of the Twin Adder are drilled in swordplay and other martial matters. I mentioned this because an acquaintance of mine, a gentleman by the name of Galfried, is an instructor there, and I think you may be of use to him. Go and introduce yourself and find out if there's anything you can do to help. Mind you, do not stray too far from the path. The Tollswood is no place for merry strolls through the underbrush. Welcome back, Cynthia. The elementals have told me of your success. By placing yourself in the midst of nature and seeing it with a conjurer's eyes, you have taken your first step along the path to enlightenment. Healing, protection, and destruction. Though our spells vary in function, they all derive their power from the same source, the forces embodied in all creation. By gaining a true understanding of these, a conjurer may call upon them by manipulating his environment, thereby realizing the state of being that he desires. Ah yes, yours is a familiar look. The very picture of confusion. Be not disheartened, for comprehension shall come in due time. For now you must learn to reach out the forces embodied in each of us. Pray receive of me this hunting bow. Within you will find the names of such creatures as I would pose a suitable challenge to conjure. There is no single path to mastering country. Yet should you find yourself needing direction, know that the log is there for you. Breathe deep and open your eyes to which that cannot be seen. Feel the myriad life around you, and draw upon its boundless reservoir of energy. Take up your cane and use it to lend out that energy forth. Go forth, my young country, and be at one with the world. Return to me when you have learned to draw upon the forces around you with the self-same ease you have drawn upon those within. And time to go kill some more critters. Hearthshroud. Ah, well. While I'm here, I suppose. Because I missed the delivering Moogle speech on Amkeep, here we go. Greetings, Tall One. I am a delivering Moogle, Kupo. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Moogles are supposed to hide in trees and avoid contact with outsiders. Why would they ever agree to care about letters? Why, indeed, if I had my way, I'd be curled up under the canopy of a nice oak, dreaming about some beautiful Mooglet with a rainbow-colored pom-pom, Kupo. But no, the moon had to go and drop from the sky, causing all that terrible commotion. Aetherites were shattered and link rails were rendered useless. Poor moons, poor wingless people of Eorzea had no way of communicating with each other, beyond screaming at the top of their lungs, which no one really approved of Kupo. That is until the little horned ones asked us to assist them by delivering messages. At first, we were wary of showing ourselves, worried that one of you might catch us and skin us, like we do with every other forest furry. But once we saw how much we were appreciated, we knew we would find a new calling. I personally promised to try and not to read any along the way, Kupo. Look what I have here. The new letters have arrived just for you, Kupo. Because yeah, whatever. This is the one I want. Yeah, not that one. This one. Yeah, I'll deal with the extra mounts and whatnot later. Gear. Why the hell did I get a Ring of Fidelity? Okay. Sure. Greetings, Cynthia. Mion sent word to expect you. My name is Galfred, and I'm responsible for training our twin Adder recruits. I thank you for volunteering for your assistance. Tollswood has much changed since the calamitous arrival of the 7th Umbral era 5 years ago. The power of the elemental wanes, and the harmony of the forest gives way to chaos. Great abundance of life has been lost as a strong run rampant, stifling the weak and new sprung. Though it may not appear so to the eyes of an outsider, the 12's is ailing. Its once rich variety of fading memory. For the citizens of Gridania, the restoration of the forest is a sacred duty. It is my hope that adventurers such as you will offer to aid them in their struggle. Listen to their requests and do all you can. May the elementals bless you in your endeavors, Cynthia Wall. I see you are eager to lend a hand, Saithia. This as well. But I cannot in good conscience send you into the forest until I have established that your equipment is equal to the task. It bears repeating that in the 5 years since the dawn of the 7th Emperor era, many of the 12 woods creatures have transformed into vicious, bloodthirsty monsters. Venturing into the forest without proper gear is tantamount to suicide. Suggest you take time to evaluate your equipment. Once you deem your armor to be sufficient quality, present yourself to me for inspection. What is not... Oh, I had. Well, that's a good reason to go, do... Did I not? I didn't tune to the ether right. That was dumb. Is there an easy way up? Maybe. Of course I aggro something. There we go. Can't believe I forgot to do this. That was the entire point of coming here. It is good to see you again, Musaithia. But the air of serenity that surrounds you is plain you have learned to draw upon the energy of creation. I am glad. It is the wellspring of all of our power. Yet the energy of creation is not one thing but many. And to call upon all without first knowing each is contrary at its most basic. As part of your continuing education, it is my desire that you now learn about the element of earth. Make your way to the Blessed Bud in the North Shroud, and there partake the Hira Nolanel's wisdom. The depth of his affinity for the elementals of rock and soil is all but unique amongst conjurers, and he is a gifted instructor besides. You may be certain that of receiving a most enlightening lesson on the subject of earth. Oh boy, I look so forward to doing all these side quests to level up the other jobs. Oh, there we are. Easy. You seek here and no one know? Then seek no more, for you have found him. What can I do for you, friend? So, Brother Isumiyan bid you come to me to learn of the element of earth? That as well. The power of earth is the solid foundation upon which the conjurer stands. I could happily lecture you for days on its intricate variations of properties, but I'd rather suspect the busy life of adventure would not afford the time required for such an extended discourse. Accordingly, I shall offer you an opportunity to experience the qualities of earth firsthand, in combat. Now mark me well, Xanthia, and do exactly as I command. East of here, on the grounds of the Tree Peak stables, there exists a patch of soil that bears the mark of corruption. Seek it out. When you have found the place, reach out to the focus of the earth's trauma and attempt to commune with it, as all conjurers can. Resentful of your intrusion, the tainted being that feasts unseen upon the energies seeping from the wounded earth shall then appear. Using the powers of conjuring, strike it down and permit the land a chance to heal. Much of the nature of earth will be revealed to you during the struggle, Saithia. I trust you will return to me a wiser woman than she who now departs. Welcome back, Saithia. The elemental is a whisper of your accomplishments. How did it feel to confront the embodiment of Earth, to endure its onslaught? Has the crushing power of its element shaken you to the very marrow of your bones? Corruption occurs when the land's wounds are prevented from healing. In vanquishing the tainted sprite, you have permitted the Earth's energy to flow unimpeded, and to nourish the land once more. Can you not sense the strength of the Earth returning? Already the land begins to heal. Thanks to your actions, the field will once again bear bountiful crops. When you next have reason to call upon your art, look back upon this task and that you have accomplished. Experiencing once more the grinding weight of the earth's fury and revel in the memory of life flowing anew through the land which you helped restore. With such thoughts shall your understanding of nature continue to grow. I hope you were paying attention, Sophie. See this adventurer here? Xanthia came all the way from Stillglade Fane just to hear my lesson. You would do well to learn from their example. If you wish to become a conjurer worthy of the name, you must make an effort to study nature. Do attend me, young lady. Why should I bother studying nature? I can conjure already. See? You have a rare gift from healing, Sophie. A wonderful gift. Yet there's more to being a conjurer than... I don't want to do more. I want to heal. I'm good at healing. You can't make me do those other things. Sometimes I wonder why I even try. Sophie joined the guild shortly before you came to us. As you yourself just experienced, she possesses a prodigious talent for healing. Indeed, despite their tender years, I know a few conjurers who are equal in that field. Alas, nature, the very wellspring of her power, holds no interest for her, the child. And when she should by rights be learning about the land, she prefers to instead wander it, healing people on a whim. You, in contrast, have been a more attentive student. I've taught you all I know of the element of the earth. You may report back to Brother Isumi and tell him as much. I'm pretty sure there'd be like a few more lessons. Oh. Well. Having money might make things a little bit easier. Who knew? Ah, Cynthia, you have returned. But tell me, how did you fare under Nolan's expert tutelage? Have you delved deep into the earth and felt its suffocating weight, its life-sustaining vigor? Such experiences will serve you well. And have you aught yet else to report? A fledgling conjurer named Sophie cast healing magic upon you. How kind of her. I must confess to sharing Nolan's frustration with the girl. As you yourself have witnessed, Sophie possesses a natural talent for the conjuring, mending, and restoration. Alas, her gifts appear to have blinded her to the need to study, and she outright refuses to learn about the natural world. She knows nothing of the elements of earth and wind, and is quite incapable of conjuring even the tiniest pebble of the faintest breeze. I've tried upon numerous occasions to explain to her that conjurers who are ignorant of the source of power pose the risk to themselves and others, but all to no avail. Should she continue to deny the debt she owes to nature and indulge in her more reckless displays of power, there is every possibility she will create a dangerous imbalance. Needless to say, I'm presently at a loss on how such an eventuality might be prevented. Ah! A thought occurs to me, Cynthia. Maybe that your encounter with Sophie was ordained by the elementals. Should you have a chance to meet with her again, I ask that you strive to impress upon her the importance of opening oneself to nature's voice. Perhaps she will listen to you. Before we discuss our wayward young friends' education enough, let us speak instead to one of the more willing pupils, namely you. The progress you have made does you great credit, Cynthia. Though you are yet new to the art of conjuring, you are no stranger to nature's embrace. Considering all you have learned, I hope you understand the true significance of these words. Now, I am fairly certain that instructors are not discussing other students amongst. The hell did I get that? Ready for inspection, are we? Right then. Eyes forward, back straight. Yes, I think you passed muster. You'd be surprised at how many young, promising soldiers get themselves killed by rushing off into the woods without first donning a decent set of armor. Your equipment, however, should provide a required degree of protection. Consider yourself ready for duty, Cynthia. No, seriously. Okay. I didn't have the wand or the shield beforehand. That's weird. Cynthia. By your tireless efforts, you have proven yourself a friend to Gridania. I believe you can be trusted with this sensitive intelligence. When I assign you a mission of considerable import, yet the need for secrecy prevents me from disclosing these details until you have pledged your participation. I'm authorized to tell you only that it concerns. I am authorized to tell you only that it concerns suspicious activity in the Tallswood. Say that you will lend us your aid, and I shall proceed with agreement. Good. Time is to the essence, so listen well. You will by now have heard that a suspicious individual has been seen prowling the Tallswood. And you may also be aware that Ixali activity has risen sharply in the region of late. What you may not know is that this increase coincided almost exactly with the first recorded sighting of the aforementioned individual. Suspecting connection, we tightened our surveillance and hoping to track down our unknown visitor. Alas, Quarry is proving exceedingly elusive, almost as if he knows our movements ahead of time. But here, where the whole units have failed, a lone adventurer may yet succeed. Acting independently and covertly, you may be able to close an quarry unnoticed. Fear and anxiety are beginning to take the toll upon the citizens, Cynthia. For their sake, I ask that you aid us in this investigation. You have my gratitude. With your help, I am hopeful we will shed light upon this mystery. Begin your search at Lifemend's Stump. It is there the majority of the sightings took place. Be forewarned, our people cannot offer you support, lest our quarry catch the scent of our presence and evade us yet again. Proceed with caution. No rested XP. Well, it shouldn't matter anyway. I think 4.4 is enough. And here we are at the end of this particular segment of the playthrough. Healer, or I should say, Gridania start from Gridania to Lifemend Stump. Alright.